Hey everybody, what is going on? It's Doogie and it's the Horror Den. But yeah, it is time for my review for Hellfest. Okay. Um, I got my little pad here because I do want to mention a few things about Hellfest. See, this isn't just a review of like, oh, okay, it was good or oh, okay, it sucked. No. I got notes. Not really notes, really, but just things I want to talk about. Like, it came out, Hellfest came out in 2018, and it's a basic slasher film centered around Halloween. Okay, which is a very good, because we don't have many horror films that come out around Halloween. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, in the background, in case you're listening, you know me, it must be horror or sci-fi while I'm doing my review, okay? And it is the X-Files episode Chinga, which by itself is directed by the one and only Stephen King. So, yes. Hellfest. It's about a serial killer who turns a horror-themed park into his own personal playground. And that could only mean not good for people who are in this movie.
Scully.
People are going to get
Hey, Scully, it's me.
chopped, stabbed, killed, maimed. You got it. This film has it. I loved it. I love this movie. It's been a while since I've seen a slasher film that I really liked. I think the last one
Why?
that wasn't like Halloween, Friday the 13th,
Mulder, I'm hanging up.
you know,
I'm turning off my
Nightmare on
cell
Elm
phone.
Street. I
I'm
don't
back
know.
in the office on Monday.
Maybe Hatchet, Victor Crowley. You know, maybe. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remakes. You know. This one I welcome a lot because this one could actually spawn a franchise. It really could. I mean, it's a serial killer who kills people in a Halloween themed park. So obviously he's killing people and nobody cares because they think it's part of the show. How awesome is that? And there's a little twist at the end which was just awesome. You know, so I say it's definitely an MDK. And obviously MDK, murder, death, kill, right? Obviously we learned that from Demolition Man, a very good sci-fi movie which I heard is getting a sequel, which it probably shouldn't.
What happened to you?
I don't know. Dave, the butcher, I think he's dead.
Where was I? Oh, so the way this movie is set up, with the little snippet at the end, quick snippet, like, oh shit, he's about to kill this girl. And then it turned out it's like, well, I'm not gonna say it. I don't give away endings. I just gave a little taste of what the ending is.
Mulder,
But
I thought you were on vacation.
is Mulder watching?
Sorry.
Sorry. They could easily make this into a franchise because Hellfest is the name of the park. So every year, the way the movie is set up, he goes somewhere else every year and kills people. So he could go to a different park, a different, you know, and it'll be a different name every year. Unless it's the same place and they keep it Hellfest, which I think would be kind of boring. But they could definitely be like Hellfest presents, you know, Bloodbath or the Killing Fields or you know whatever they would come up with. They could definitely make that, and that would be awesome. So I really hope that they continue the story of Hellfest. Do I want to learn more about the killer? See, this is the problem. Like, I do, but I don't, because if you know too much about the killer, then you kind of like sympathize and you're not as scared, if that makes any sense. You want to, you see this killer.
I was hoping for something a little more helpful.
Sure, looking for a lady wearing a plain
If
hat,
you're
lipstick, I think you pretty much got it.
always questioning the killer, not knowing what his motives are, not knowing what's going through his mind, I think that makes it scarier.
Who's that woman right
You know, so I really hope
She's the only one I've seen.
I don't see a background. Like, they gave you a background enough at the end of Hellfest, which made it good. Where it was like, oh shit, okay? But then it just cut off. So you don't know anymore. And I think that trend should continue. And I think that would make great movies going forward.
Why?
Just him going to these parks, killing people for no reason. That's what I think that this should do. So anyway, so my MDK rating,
First time for that accusation.
Murder, Death, Kill, which means watch it.
Let's be honest with
Um,
you, Captain Barnes.
The director is a guy called Gregory Plotkin. I think this is only like his third or fourth movie he's directed, but he's been an editor on some great horror movies, or just great movies. Period. Well, maybe the first two weren't really that great, but they were good. But most recently, he was editor on Get Out,
What one thing
which was really good. I love Get
She's
Out.
been carrying on with it.
Happy Death Day,
she's been carrying
which
on with?
might have to be on my list because I've never seen Happy Death Day or the sequel. I don't know why. Don't yell at me. I can't watch every horror movie that comes out. Sometimes a few fall through the cracks. So
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Happy Death Day got a sequel, so I'm pretty sure that it's good enough for me to watch because it made enough money to make a sequel, right? Right.
Listen down to the super chair.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
But
Hang up, Mommy.
like I said, Get Out, Happy Death Day, Paranormal Activity, A Ghost Dimension,
Talk that you're involved in what happened.
World War Z. I love World War Z. I don't know what the hell happened to the sequel. Who knows?
I'm not
Lost in translation
What
somewhere.
are you saying, buddy?
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Not exactly a horror movie, but for me, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
What is it, buddy?
A couple of favorites of mine, just because it was Mortal Kombat, and I can't wait for the new Mortal Kombat. Just to let you know, it's coming out soon, 2021. It's gonna kick ass because I've talked to Todd Garner, director of Mortal Kombat, the new movie. Yes,
You can't
and
come here, buddy.
yeah, we've talked on
Can't
Twitter,
explain it to you now.
and man, it's gonna be good. Like, I can't wait. Like, Johnny X, if you're watching this video right now, like I literally talked to the director of Mortal Kombat, the new movie. Dude,
You're clearly someone who takes care of
it's gonna be
yourself. So when it comes to
awesome.
screening for colon cancer,
Can't wait. I'm very excited for the new Mortal Kombat movie.
it's more treatable.
Get it together, movie theaters. So I'm seeing it in the theater. I don't care if you're there or not.
2% of colon cancers, even in early stages.
But
It's for people 45 plus at average risk
Sorry,
for colon cancer,
sorry.
not high risk.
And Crow City of Angels. So he has a laundry list of movies, with the exception of Annihilation and Crow City of Angels. It's not bad, you know. And produced by the great Galen Hurd. Anybody who knows horror knows Galen Hurd. What? Who's Galen Hurd? Please. If you've watched any movie or any TV in the past 20 years, you know who Galen Hurd is. Seriously.
I'm just glad I don't have to share.
Galen Hurd. has been executive producer of The Terminator, of Aliens, Alienation, The Abyss, Tremors. Doesn't love Tremors. It can be as campy as shit, and it's still awesome. The Tremors is awesome. Terminator 2: Judgment Day, my favorite movie of all time. Yes. No Escape with Ray Liotta. That was a great movie. Raising Cain, The Ghost in the Darkness, The Relic, Dante's Peak, Armageddon. Come on. Virus. Yeah. Virus. Yeah. We'll talk about. Yeah. Hulk, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, The Punisher, and Punisher Warzone. Come on. Aeon Flux, The Incredible Hulk. And of course, if you've lived under a rock the past 10 years, The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. So, like, if Galen Hurd's involved, it's going to be pretty damn good. And I loved it. It was great. It was great. What can I say? It stars, a laundry list of people I've never heard of or I don't recognize. Amy Forsyth. I know I've seen her in something else. I just don't recognize her.
Chief?
Bex Taylor Klaus. She was most recently in a TV show that I watched called Deputy on Fox. That was really good. I liked it. It didn't get renewed for a season 2, but she's in it. Rain Edwards, and of course, the great Tony Todd is in Hellfest. It's always great to see Tony Todd in something because he's just awesome. Love Tony Todd, Mr. Candyman himself. But yeah, like I said, it was a great movie. A great for a slasher film because you don't recognize the people who are in it, so anybody could die. And a cameo from Tony Todd. He didn't have a big part, but he had enough of a part where it was like a little nostalgic to see him in a horror movie again. But yes, please check out Hellfest. It was good. Hopefully they come out with a sequel. Like, the budget was $5.5 million, and it grossed almost 20, so it already made its money plus some. So it really should spawn a sequel. But yeah, so that's the review. MDK all the way. Murder, Death, Kill. Watch it. It's good. One death in particular, I will tell you.
So it was unrequited.
I don't like things with the eyes. It freaks me out. I think that's why I like the movie so much, because it freaked me out. But when it goes to the eye, baby, needle to the eye. Oh,
Like what?
good stuff. I cringed a little bit when I saw that part. Oh. But yeah, so you guys, I appreciate you watching. Check out Hellfest, and I think in a couple days I will try and figure out what movie's next on my list to watch. So until then, have a great weekend, and I will see you the next time you open the door to Doogie's Holiday.
I can't.